Hi everybody, my name's Ellie and I am an awakening soul in a very unawakened world. I am on the path of evolution, I am evolving, and I know if you've probably clicked on this video, you are also someone that is very much on the path of evolving as a being and raising your level of consciousness in this crazy ass world. Okay, if you hear snoring at any point of this video, I have 3 dogs and they are asleep, so I can't tell them to not snore. So if you hear it, just move with it, just flow with it. I really wanted to talk today about what's happening to a lot of us as we evolve for real, as we shift for real, as we are changing for real. Because a huge part of this evolution is your relationship with food and what's happening to your physical body. Okay, I am on a 5-day juice cleanse. And I have just finished day 1. I juice cleanse a lot. I fast for sometimes 24 hours. I've done water fast before. The best thing that works for me right now is juicing, and I juice a lot. I spend a lot of the week doing 3-4 days of juicing, and then the other days I'm eating. But the days that I'm eating, I'm wrecking myself, and it is a very painful process. I'm gonna make a lot of videos on this because there isn't a lot of people that are talking about this, and there's a lot of people that, you know, project, and a lot of people who try to give you advice on this stuff. And I'm here to tell you that if you are doing the work on yourself and you're healing and you're elevating for real, and you're noticing that when you put food into your body, you're in pain, you're noticing that you can't eat the things that you used to eat, you're noticing that you can't eat as much as you used to eat, you're noticing that food's becoming gross to you, you're someone that's starting to really taste like the chemicals and the heavy metals and all the poisons in the food that you're intaking, I first want to tell you, you're not crazy. And I'm sure a lot of you feel alone. I'm sure there are a lot of you who are trying to look for all of these different avenues to try to understand what's going on with me and what's wrong with me and all this stuff. And I'm here to tell you that if you are doing the work on yourself, okay, you are experiencing major shifts in your physical body because you're shifting. You are rising, you are elevating. And when you, right, on a vibrational level start to go on the up and up, your physical body has to follow suit. That's the way it goes, okay? And it ain't a pretty process, okay? It's a pretty painful process, and I'm very much in the thick of it. I have days where I throw tantrums. I have days where I have to move through really intense sadness and grief because I am a foodie and I love food, and it is something that is going away from me more and more, and it sucks. But I'm learning how to become more of the way of surrender with everything that's going on, because when you resist it and when you fight it and when you act like a little child that won't grow up and do what you know you need to do, you're only creating more suffering for yourself. And so I really truly feel like this is something that is a huge part of my journey that I need to share with other people, because I know that there's so many people out there that are just confused and lost and just afraid and all of the things. And I know that as I keep elevating it out of this experience, I truly know that I am very much on the path of getting to a place where one day I won't be eating. I know that to be true. I feel it very deeply because it's already happening at such a rapid pace. 2023 is where I started to feel like something was going on with my physical body. Every year since then, more and more intense. 2025 slapped me in the face with how rapidly the whole thing around food was happening for me. It scared the shit out of me, and thank Goddess, I have a mentor, and I'm alongside so many other beings who are also evolving, and across the board we are all experiencing different things, a lot of the same things as well. And so I do have a community around me that I can be supported by, because we're all going through this massive change in our evolution, right? You have to understand that when you are so low in your level of consciousness, right? When you are just filled with all these low energies that have never been processed, never been alchemized, all the fear, the worry, the unworthiness, the people pleasing, the powerlessness, the weakness, the whatever it is that is unique to you, that you have attached to, that you've identified, that lives throughout you. You think you're a person with mental illness. You think you're this, that you believe all these things about yourself, and you've never been taught, because the patriarchy's never taught anybody this, done by design, to alchemize, to process anything that's in there. We all grow up with all of our unhealed children still very much intact and alive. We grow up to be these adults. We look like adults, but we're trapped at very young ages, and we have just created an entire reality that is filled with all of our unhealed shit and all the programs that we run. Okay? When you start healing for real, when you start alchemizing all the stuff that's in there, when you start going deeper and deeper into what's been there all your life that you never knew how to work through, that old body you used to be in, it will start to go, because a new body is being created. And there have been many times, especially in this past year, where I have literally felt new things being formed in my body. It's insane and it's crazy and it's extremely painful and it is extremely uncomfortable. And you have to also understand, especially for those of you who live in America, there's poison in everything, right? There's the amount of chemicals. I don't shop at my grocery stores for produce at all. I go to my local farmer's market, and that's where I buy vegetables. I don't touch vegetables at the supermarket anymore, because they are filled with now vaccines, and they spray it with chlorine and bleach and all of this shit. It's a mess, okay? And not to mention how so much of our food is ultra processed. All the meat, the dairy, unless you're literally raising the animals yourself. And I don't eat meat, I don't eat dairy, but for those of you that do, if you're buying your meat from grocery stores, if you eat fast food, if you eat at restaurants, and they're not literally raising their animals with love, and it is not from a regenerative farm that cares about those animals, you are consuming grief, fear, anxiety, depression, flesh that has been tortured. And then now that lives within your body. Okay? You have to understand the extent of what they do to us to keep us as low as possible, to keep us severed from our divinity, to keep us numbed out, to keep us in a zombie-like state, to keep our pineal gland all blocked and fucked up. They do everything to make sure that we never awaken to what we really are. Okay? So when we're in a zombie-like state, when we're constantly stuffing ourselves with food, when we're constantly consuming poison and chemicals and heavy metals, our water is tainted. Do you understand? Like, my partner and I, we had to buy a very expensive machine to literally filtrate our water because of how tainted it is. Not to mention our air as well. Okay? So this is the battle that we're in. This is the war. This is the spiritual war that we're in. Okay? So as you do the work on yourself, as you elevate, as you evolve, your physical old body is going to go and the new body is forming. And in the new body, you can't have any of that old shit. It is going to be a mismatch, and it's going to be a block, and you're going to feel it. Anytime, my body tells me immediately when the thing that I'm inserting into my body, what I'm eating, is a no. Okay? And it is becoming harder and harder for me to eat because I'm in so much pain. And now I'm at a point where if I choose to eat, I know that I'm just going to be in suffering for the entire day and the entire night. It's awful. But also, if you resist it, you'll suffer more for it. And if you fight it, well, you're literally just creating hell for yourself. And so I'm learning how to just keep surrendering. I feel incredible when I'm juicing, and I make my own juices. I go to the farmer's market, I get all organic produce, and I juice all of my stuff, and I drink that. That's when I feel the best. I am clear. The clarity is insane. When you stop stuffing yourself and all that stuff around, like eating 3 times a day and eating snacks all between your day and all of this stuff, all this brainwashing with you need all this protein, all this fucking bullshit. It's an agenda. It's all there to keep people so clogged up, so blocked, because they don't want you fasting. They don't want you juicing. They don't want you to not be stuffing your face. Because when you're stuffing your face, I mean, you're distracted. You get so trapped in your mind. You are like groggy and just every time I eat, I feel myself dropping, like in frequency. I feel myself dropping. And then I don't want to do work on myself. I start to not give a shit about myself. It is gnarly, the kinds of things that they have all planned out for us to do, right? So that we stay as low as possible. And I'm making this video for anybody out there that is going through so much massive change. First of all, thank you so much for doing the work on yourself. This is what a lot of us came here to do. So I really tip my beanie off to a lot of you that are doing the work on themselves, because you're changing this world. And I know that it's not easy, and I know that it's challenging, but here you are and you're doing it. And now it's really about looking at the programs that run when your body is changing. Is there resistance? Is there anger? Is there frustration? Is there whatever it is? And just to be with whatever you need to move through. Like today on my day one of juicing, like all day I thought about how I want to eat French fries. And I know that's a craving. I know that's not my body wanting to be nourished. So I have to be with that, and I have to alchemize it, and I have to love it, right? And when I got through that, I was like, all right, I'm good. Okay. And the next 4 days, I know that there's going to be stuff that's going to come up for me as I'm juice cleansing, and I will just be with whatever comes up. And I'm learning how to honor my body as this new body is coming on. And there's a lot of people out there who write on my social medias, oh my God, you should put a trigger warning on this video because there are people that have eating disorders. And people being like, oh my God, so dangerous what you're talking about. This is a red flag. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you don't know what I'm talking about. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. And I think it's hilarious that so many people project where they are in their own journeys, where they are in their level of consciousness onto other people. If you haven't trekked the road that I'm currently trekking on, and you don't understand, that's okay. That's okay. But you don't need to project or say what you feel like is going on, because it's not what you think it is at all. If you look at me, I seem pretty healthy, don't I? And I'm juicing a lot. And I'm good, okay? I make sure that I have my tinctures. I drink my alkaline teas. Like, I'm doing what needs to be done as I'm juicing. Anyway, and all these people were also like, this is so dangerous. You're promoting eating disorders. Like, guys, first of all, stop keeping everybody powerless. If you're somebody that is triggered by this, go into why it triggers you. If you're somebody that has dealt with eating disorders, like, I choose to see you as a powerful being that can go into what's creating you to have an eating disorder. There's pain there. And that pain needs your power, it needs your love, it needs your stillness, it needs your openness. I choose to see you as a powerful being that can go into what's creating an eating disorder. Instead of being somebody that goes, trigger warning, don't watch this for those people who have eating disorders. Like, God damn, like, this is what we need to stop doing. Stop keeping people powerless. Instead, you have the power inside of you. You just need to learn how to connect to it and how to dive in, even if you don't want to. But it is your responsibility to go in to what is causing you to be anorexic, to be bulimic, to have binge eating. Because let me tell you something. You think I'm not someone who hasn't been bulimic and had binge eating? Of course. And then the question was, what's going on there? What's the pain that's causing me to do all that? And then it is my responsibility to go heal that. And when I do, I become more and more powerful. I want you all to get to a place where instead of going, don't trigger me, it's no, trigger me so I can see what's in there, so I can heal it, so that I can become who I truly am. That's power. That's divine power. And so I wish that for all of you, because we got work to do, and we got a new fucking planet to create, because this old one, it's crumbling, and it is fucking evil, and it is time for us to incinerate it all. So do the work that you need to do on yourself. Honor your body, what is asking of you as you are moving through the path of evolution. This ain't no fucking joke, but we're here to do it, and we're powerful enough to do it, so do it, okay? Listen to your body. Don't eat when your body doesn't want to eat, okay? And if there are times where your body's, I'm starving, okay, so eat, but make sure what you're putting in is nourishing and not harming. This is an act, a great act of loving oneself, of learning how to honor you and this physical vessel that you're in. And it is very much a journey that I'm on, that I'm learning how to do after so many years of abusing and not listening to my body and destroying it in so many ways. I'm learning what it means to love my physical vessel, because I'm learning what it means to connect to the love that I am, which I have been very disconnected from for a very long time, like all of you. Thanks for listening. If you ever want to learn more about any of this, Masters of Self University podcast, my teacher Rachel Fiore gives incredible education on all of this, and it will help you link and connect a lot of dots to what you're experiencing. And if you ever want to learn the work for real, to raise your level of consciousness, to become a being of oneness, Masters of Self University, we are a metaphysical institution based on Oneness Consciousness, and we are here to take humanity back home to their divinity and to create a new earth, a place of harmony and oneness. Please subscribe, leave a comment if this hits any of you deep in your soul. I'd love to hear how your journey is going with your body. And until next time, I'll see you guys then. Bye.